Hey guys, so it is me again with blog post number 4. And this blog post is all about the book, The Student Leadership Challenge. Ignore the rental sticker. And the Student Leadership Challenge is a book that's all about the five leadership principles. And these 5 practices are model the way, inspired a shared vision, challenge the process, enabled others to act, and encourage the heart. And how you can use these 5 practices to become a stronger leader overall. And after reading through all of these practices and being very interested in the book, I think the practice that is the most important to establish is to challenge the process. And I think that's because, and I'm a person who loves to challenge the process, and I think that it's the most important because if you don't challenge the process, you're stuck on the status quo. Nothing's going to ever change. And leaders create change in their university, the world, their state, wherever, everywhere. They create change everywhere. And if they don't challenge the process, change can never really happen. And by challenging the process, asking questions, searching for opportunities, you could find something great. You could be starting with one task and then through that actually find something else that is even better and makes a stronger cause or a stronger point. And by challenging the process, you're able to do that. I don't think you're really to do that with any of the other questions. As a leader, to develop this practice a little more in myself, I could start to take more risks. I normally am a little safer when it comes to things. If I haven't analyzed something and I haven't looked at anything, then I'm not going to do it. So I think that's one thing that I can do to become a better leader is take more risk. And I think I can start searching for more opportunities, for sure, which are the 2 parts under challenge the process. If something doesn't come to me, I don't really take initiative. It has to come to me, it has to hit me, blah, and stuff like that. But if I start searching, I can start creating greatness in other people, other things, other causes, other activities. So I think by taking more opportunities and searching for them and taking more risk and experimenting with different things, I can become a better leader, develop this practice, and become a better challenge the processor, really. And then how do my strengths contribute to the development of this practice? I'm all about thinking in a different way. When people tell me something, I'll be thinking of something completely else than what they're telling me, and people won't understand how I didn't think the way they thought, and I always think things differently, and I always question the process. I always, if someone says this is how we're going to do it, I'm going to ask why, I'm going to ask how. Is there a better way to do it? And then I'm going to come up with a better way to do it. So I think those are definitely one of my strengths. And like when I took the strength quest, one of them was restorative, so finding solutions to problems. And by sticking to the status quo, I find that as a problem. A lot of my strengths contribute to actually challenging the process, allowing me to become better at this. Now, because even though I feel challenge the process is the most important, there's one of them that I think is the hardest to develop as a leader, and that's practice number 4, which is enable others to act. And I think this is the most difficult because everyone is motivated by something different. You have to talk to each person individually as an individual person in order to get them to join your cause. I don't know what cause to use, but if it's like a homeless shelter, if you go up to a person and say this is a homeless shelter, sometimes that's enough. But if you go up to another person and just say this is a homeless shelter, sometimes that's not enough. They're going to want to know who you help, what you do. So you have to get to know the person before you pitch your idea. And for some leaders, they don't want to do that. I like to make friends. My top strength is includer. I really like to make friends that way. I can use my strengths to develop this more by finding new ways to spread this same message. So like if I'm trying to spread a message, find maybe 4 different ways that I can relate to an individual and use that to really get my message across. And I think by finding a new way to by finding different ways to spread the same message, you not only become stronger as a leader, but you make your cause stronger because now you can reach more people, and you can enable others to act in your cause. You can create a climate of trust, foster collaboration. You can really strengthen others that way. And a leader or influential person in my life that exemplifies this attribute is my speech and debate coach, Mark Rittenauer. Now, he's a professor at the School of Communications, and he's the speech and debate coach. But through his coaching, through his mentoring, through his teaching, he enables others to act on different causes around the world. When you first meet him, he first creates a trust between you and him, and that trust really makes you want to work hard for him, makes you want to prove something to him, which makes you find these causes that no one's ever heard about, make speeches, and give them a platform that they didn't have before. And Marcus had students go on to wonderful things, and I can learn from him because he isn't in it for him. He's in it for his students, for the people that he leads, for the people that he teaches. And I think that's something that I could take away, is that by not caring about you and caring about the actual cause first, and then the people that are a part of that cause, caring about them, you can create a great movement. You can create great things. So I think at the end of the day, enabling others to act is also very important. They're all equally important, but I think it's the hardest one because everyone is motivated by a different thing, and just because you have a cause doesn't make someone interested in that. You really have to prove that to them. So you have to become a salesperson in that aspect. So yeah, at the end of the day, it's important to be solid in all 5 of these practices. But I definitely think challenge the process is one of the most important. And that's because you have to get away from the status quo to make a difference. And I think second, that enabling others to act is one of the hardest. But I think by using my strengths and by looking at Margaret Nauer, I will be able to do that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this blog post. Again, it's about the Student Leadership Challenge, this lovely book. It's great. And I hope you enjoyed it. I hope to see you at my next blog post. See you guys.